because I think Floyd at his best was a better defensive fighter than Crawford. Crawford's a better offensive fighter.
I'm Floyd Mayweather. With all the tools that Terrence Crawford has, I will pick Terrence Crawford to beat a prime Mayweather.
A lot of comparisons between Terrence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. We've even had the conversation to go as far as who would win in a fight between Terrence and Floyd. And I truly don't know the answer to that question.
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Max Kellerman talks about why the fight between Terrence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather is exciting. He says that Crawford is the best fighter alive right now and knows how good Floyd was in his prime. Kellerman says that Mayweather was almost unbeatable at his best because of how good he was at defense. Even though Crawford is the best right now because of his skills, he thinks Crawford has already proven himself at the top level and is ready to fight anyone, even Mayweather. Kellerman thinks the game is the best of two different times, a memorable match between a strong defense and a wide range of offenses.
At his best was a better defensive fighter than Crawford. Crawford's a better offensive fighter, but in those kind of matchups, I think defense usually beats the offense.
I don't. Because Terrence Crawford got more to bring. He got more to bring to the table.
He's a great fighter.
Floyd Mayweather got the little shoulder roll. I get it. Controls distance. But Terrence Crawford is also a master at distance. Terrence Crawford has punching power to hurt Floyd Mayweather. We saw that in the Jazz Judah fight now.
Yeah, Shane too. Shane hurt him with the right hand.
Shane hurt him as well.
Yep.
And did he fight Shane? But did Floyd fight Shane in his prime? Do you think he fought him in his prime?
Sean Porter talks about the current fights between Terrence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather and says that the similarities between the two often overshadow their individual achievements. He said that when people are asked who they think will win, they automatically pick Floyd Mayweather because he is known as a hero who has never lost a fight. That being said, Porter says this quick assumption doesn't give Crawford the credit he deserves. He says that Mayweather is the original, the first person to set the standard for dominance, which makes him the OG. Still, he admires Crawford's achievements and tells people that these two boxers are from different eras and were great in their own time.
We've had a lot of comparisons between Terrence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. We've even had the conversation to go as far as who would win in a fight between Terrence and Floyd, and I truly don't know the answer to that question.
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah. Who will win that fight?
Floyd.
Floyd will win that
Yes,
fight.
sir. I love you, Terrence.
Always figures it out.
Yeah,
he's a chess
super.
master.
Yeah, his IQ in that
The
shit
funny
is
thing
crazy.
about it is Terrence has been the only other guy that people can say he always figures it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true. But you gotta have an
Can't say
OG
everybody-
somewhere.
Anybody
though.
else? Yeah.
There's an OG
Somebody gotta
somewhere.
pioneer, right? Yeah, you gotta.
There's an
yeah.
OG you can't out-figure out
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah,
And I just
yeah.
believe Floyd is that
Floyd is
OG
the one.
you can't out-figure out.
Crawford himself dealt with the endless similarities in a way that was simple but successful. He says without a doubt that Floyd Mayweather was the best boxer of his time, dominating the sport for a long time and changing it. But Crawford is also sure that this is his time, and that he is the one who is making today's brilliant people even smarter. His point of view shows respect and confidence, and he stresses that greatness shouldn't be measured by who wins fantasy fights, but by honoring the best fighter of each age. Crawford is known for being a great boxer and a great sports thinker, and this fair view shows why.
Everyone is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going up that much.
Now,
Crawford has made it clear that he doesn't want to fight Floyd Mayweather. While Floyd fans may dream of a fight between the two, Crawford himself says he doesn't want to chase or beat Floyd. He wants to finish his career on his own terms instead. This shows that he is an adult, since he isn't trying to cement his reputation by destroying the myth of a retiring boxer. Crawford is instead focused on making sure he has a place in history and leaving with honor once he has reached his goals.
Have you thought about going for 51-0, beating Mayweather's record with 50-0? Is that something that you thought about?
I already said I was never gonna beat Mayweather record. That's not something that I wanted to do.
Okay.
To be honest, I was gonna retire if I didn't get this Errol Spence fight.
because he has faced both Mayweather and Crawford. Crawford thinks Canelo Alvarez's point of view is very important. Canelo is telling the truth when he says that Crawford is the better fighter. He has faced both of them. Still, Crawford is thankful, saying that Mayweather was the best boxer of his time, and that it is now his turn to be known as the best boxer of this time. This balance between Canelo's view and Crawford's modesty shows that outside ideas are important. The respect between fighters of different generations is just as important in deciding who is great.
You know, one where he felt like he was at the best, you know, and another where he felt like he was at a disadvantage when he had a rehydration clause and he was younger. So, you know, I don't know, you know, I don't go off of that. You know, Floyd is the best fighter, you know, in his era, and I feel like I'm the best fighter in my era.
One thing that I thought was really interesting about the fight, I always love watching you switch stances as effortlessly as you do. You didn't do that a lot in this fight. You didn't have to. Were you expecting not to have to?
No, I felt like I could have, but you know, why do something when something else is working?
Crawford talks about how much he admires Mayweather again, calling him a great and making it clear that there is no need to compare them. He makes it clear that Mayweather's rule has already been written down as one of power. As for Crawford, he avoids a direct rivalry to leave a different kind of legacy, and he frames the conversation in a way that respects both men's lives. This way not only gets rid of pointless comparisons, but it also makes the sport better by recognizing different kinds of excellence instead of just one clear answer.
You gotta have 4 arms.
I know. I know.
And 6 eyes to beat Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you? Keyshawn beat Tank?
Keyshawn beat everybody. Him and Shakur.
How you feel about them not fighting each other? That's cool?
Yeah, that's cool. They don't need to fight each other.
Was there anybody ever...
They can beat up everybody else.
Was there anybody ever like that in boxing with you? Because not really Sean Porter, right?
Nope. Nope.
No friends in this business for you.
I think Tim Bradley would have been like that.
Okay.
I think me and Tim Bradley would have been like that. I wouldn't have fought Tim.
If the opportunity presented itself against Floyd, you would have, though, even though you admire him so much and he's so great. But you
Floyd, yeah, because I wasn't as close. Me and Floyd close now, but when Floyd was boxing, I wasn't as close with Floyd like I am now.
How do you beat Floyd, though? Like, since nobody's been able to crack that code.
You think I would tell you?
He ain't fighting anymore. So that fight ain't gonna happen.
You gotta have 4 arms.
I know. I know.
And 6 eyes to beat Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you?
I think you got your answer there.
Nah, I didn't hear nothing. Is Floyd better than you? Some fighters say, even like Gervonta Davis.
Beat your ass?
Okay, that's a no. That's a no.
Chris Algieri also spoke out about the issue, pointing out how hard it is to compare Mayweather and Crawford. He says that arguments about who is the best often turn into never-ending arguments because there are so many factors at play. There were different opponents, times, and situations. Algieri says fans shouldn't try to pick a winner and should instead enjoy the fact that both fighters are great in their own unique ways. His words give us a different point of view and tell us that focusing on making one person seem better often keeps us from seeing how brilliant both are.
And no, the discussion about, because Canelo was asked this question, who's better, Floyd or Crawford, and he immediately went to Crawford. Now, is that recency bias? Is that him protecting his own performance? Is that a veiled shot at Floyd? Probably all of the above. Is it really true? I don't know. And I think Crawford had a great answer. He goes, well, we're different eras. Floyd was, the best of his era. I'm the best of mine, which is a very diplomatic way to go about it. But listen, comparing the two is going to be an endless barbershop conversation that's going to go back and forth over literally the annals of time. I don't think we're ever going to be able to have a distinct argument where you're going to say, this is it. I actually want to do a video where I argue both sides with the same veracity and veracity, because it's there is that much about it, and you can, which is an awesome thing, because this is going to be the barbershop, like, yeah, well, Rocky Marciano, Joe Louis. Well, he knocked out Joe Louis. Yeah, but he's 170. Like, we're gonna. That's the conversation
127 years old.
In real time with guys that we've all seen. Literally overlapping errors. So those discussions will always be there. It's great fodder. It's great barbershop debate. In the debate, it's debate.
Yeah,
It's going to be
I agree.
subjective.
I agree.
I think objectively, I don't think there's a way to really separate.
Yeah, I agree, and I prefer, as I was thinking about it, like, wow, I can't believe I've watched the Floyd era, the Crawford era, the Usyk era. It's like I've gotten to see some really great fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like, and in the '90s when boxing was everybody was going head to head, there wasn't a guy that stood out like Floyd, Crawford, and Usyk, where it was super dominant.
Robert Garcia praised Crawford's effort against Canelo Alvarez, saying that it was exactly what he thought he could do. Garcia said that Crawford's strength, skill, and poise in the ring helped him win, and that Crawford's preparation and ability were to blame. Canelo's loss to Crawford showed that he could beat even the biggest names, solidifying his place as one of the all-time greats. Garcia's praise for Crawford strengthens his place in the sport and shows that both experienced trainers and analysts value what he has done.
You gave Crawford a really good chance. Of course. Did you see on Saturday night exactly why you gave him that chance?
I think so. You know, he's very talented. He's a very disciplined fighter also. He's healthy. And, you know, a lot of people were saying, oh, well, he hasn't fought or he didn't look too good against Madrimov at 154. How can he look good? He's a talented fighter. And that challenge for him pushed him even harder to train harder and to be better. That challenge, you know, went up against Canelo, moving up 2 divisions, hearing that people are saying, oh, he didn't look too good against Madrimov, so how could he look good at 68? Well, that motivated more, man. He trained hard. He did what he had to do. You know, like I always said, you know, I wasn't gonna put money on it because it's also very dangerous, right? Canelo's a beast, strong. So I never really, you know, I wasn't going to put money on it, but I did give him a chance. He's got talent, man. He's got skills, and what he did was unbelievable, man. You know, we were, there was another show that we do with Boxing Scene, and we had it right before the fight, at 4 o'clock, before the main card started. And they asked me, what's your final prediction? I said, you know what? I'm gonna say it, Crawford by decision. You know, because I talked to Bomac on Thursday night. They're in Vegas, and he seemed very positive, motivated. So that kind of gave me a little, you know what? My final prediction is Crawford by decision, and he pulled it off.
Teddy Atlas went into great detail about Crawford's win, praising his calmness and ability to see things other people can't in the ring. He told Crawford that his jab was accurate and effective, showing how good he was at strategy. Atlas also talked about Canelo's fights with Floyd and Crawford, saying that the Mexican star was younger and less experienced when he fought Mayweather. Canelo was more experienced when he fought Crawford, but Crawford was still better than him. Atlas also talked about age, saying that Floyd was 40 years old when he fought Canelo and Crawford was almost 38 when he beat him. This study is mostly about Crawford's achievements and what makes them special.
No, but he's not digital. There's only a few guys that are digital. What do I mean by that? He's not Crawford. What do I mean by that? Where does it separate? Instincts, eyes, calmness, the mind wonders. I know the body wondered. I saw the combinations. Canelo's throwing one at a time, and Crawford's hitting him with 3, 4, 5 shots. He put them together. He's controlling the range. Yes, he had the reach advantage. Yes, he used it. He used the jab. He controlled the reach. But it's more than that. It's the mind at work. He's more advanced. He sees things. He's calm in an uncommon environment, calmer than most. So calm, he'll see things others don't see. Just a millisecond, I was explaining this to Stephen A. the day before. Just a millisecond before someone else sees it, he sees it. And he's got the mental control, the confidence, the supreme confidence Customado talked about. He said he only saw 2 fighters with that. Teddy Atlas, I only saw 2 fighters with supreme confidence. Sugar Ray Robinson, greatest fighter of all time, and Muhammad Ali. Where they don't believe you can beat them. That's Crawford. All of that together, mixed together, makes a perfect cocktail of supremeness, of greatness, of another level, of digital. And that's what he sees things, he reacts to it, he sees a twitch.
Canelo Alvarez has fought both Mayweather and Crawford and has said in public that Crawford is the better fighter. This is a very important comment. Canelo's admittance that Crawford is skilled and better makes Crawford's case stronger. One of the most convincing points in the case comes from Canelo, whose statement is based on direct experience rather than speculation. It adds to the idea that Crawford is one of the best fighters in the world right now, given his current form and achievements.
I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather. We already know, we knew Crawford is a great fighter, and I did what I supposed to do, right? I tried for every way, and I trained really hard, and he deserved all the credit. No, I try my best tonight, and I just cannot figure out the style.
Was it something specific, the movement or his speed or power, or what? Was there something you could put your finger on that gave you the most trouble?
Everything.
Okay.
He have everything. You know what? Sometimes you try and your body cannot go, right? That's my frustration. Maybe I can figure out Crawford, but my body cannot go anymore. So I try it, but my body just not let me go. And you need to accept it. That's it. He's a great fighter. He's a good fighter. He know how to move and everything.
After Crawford's huge win over Canelo, the comparisons to Mayweather hit a whole new level, and many people now agree that it's hard to say who is better. In several weight classes, Crawford went unbeaten and held for belts in different divisions, which made him stand out and set a mark that Mayweather never reached. Floyd still has an unbeaten record, but Crawford is unique in that he can rise through the ranks and bring people together. By putting Crawford on the same level as Mayweather, or even higher in some people's thoughts, this makes him a legendary boxer.
After last night's match between Crawford and Canelo, I am not gonna lie, that boy Crawford up there with Floyd. The way he went toe-to-toe with a heavy hitter like Canelo is actually crazy, bro. And this is probably one of Crawford's best fights. Like, he was super sharp. Like, dude was super sharp, super clean, and he stayed in that pocket. People talking about that Crawford was running. I'm not gonna lie. It didn't look like he was running at me. It looked like he was taking them hits on the chin. I mean, for God's sakes, bro. He got stung in the head, took himself to the hospital. Like, dude, real life like that. And I know that, you know, Floyd, he real life, you know, he a good boxer. Floyd is actually one of my favorite boxers. But Crawford is now becoming one of my favorite boxers because he's very, like, skillful. The technicality of him and just the decisions he makes in that ring, bro, to get up on the scoreboard is crazy. And he's not like one of them fighters like how Shakur, he boxes for points. And that's cool. That's the way boxing's supposed to go, I guess. But Terrence, you can get that from him, but you can also get that aggressiveness when he in that pocket and he throwing a couple hooks and trying to take you out. But I will say, Canelo even said it. He said, bro, he thinks that Crawford is way better than Floyd. And they asked him, like, why would you, think that? He just said everything he does is different. I can't understand the style of boxing he had. And he was saying that he's good in everything when it comes to the ring. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, Canelo is not lying. Like, Crawford is like that, bro. I'm not gonna lie, to stand toe-to-toe with Canelo, that actually is crazy because everybody knows he's a heavy hitter. Like, he's a knockout artist. But yeah, he definitely deserves it, bro. That boy Crawford 42-0. And I don't know why he's even thinking about retiring, but you gotta pass up Floyd. I'm not gonna lie, you need to get some more semis under your belt, because if you pass up Floyd, that's when the rumblings are gonna really be like, oh yeah, he's the best. I don't think he's gonna retire. I think that he still go, fight it out.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.
That's all for the video today. Watch out. Until the next time.